Okay, this is going to be a bit hectic to approve all these people. Can anyone approve the persons who are coming in? Can I make them admin? If Usman is here, if you can hear me. Yes, sure, okay. Goes on for right. Let me just find you in there. चलिए काम करते हैं. Let's just start with the lecture and then we can see how it goes. Okay. So what Amazon PPC is, this is what we're going to discuss today, and let's see how we can discuss how what Amazon PPC is, what the need for it is, and how can we actually use it to drive traffic to our listings. And since traffic is the first thing that you need to have in your listing, because if there are no eyeballs to look at the listing, nobody is going to convert, right? So that is the first thing that you need for your listing, whether it be on Amazon, whether it be on Shopify, or whether it be on any other place. Okay. Is distortion again? Okay, I hope it is at your end, because this is much too embarrassing now. Yeah, so if we just go to this this first slide. So what happens is that with Amazon, you have to create your listing that should be discoverable with each of the person. So for example, when a buyer goes onto Amazon to search something, the listing has to be discoverable as well. Okay, this is not working well because I have to. It is recording at the moment, but I'm not sure how I can make someone as the admin who can admit everyone, because this is distorting us a lot. Okay. Okay, again. Yes, so what happens is, I'm not sure how to make you. That is the issue over here, because as the host. Okay, let me just see how I can do that. Okay, go to security settings and make the room meeting open. Okay, that can be an issue. Okay. I'm not sure how to do that, so let's just continue with this one, and then we'll figure it out how we can make it much better in the next session. Okay, so the thing is, when you create a listing in Amazon, it is discoverable to Amazon. Okay, let's just continue on this one and see how it goes. Okay, Zoom is going to be another issue. Okay, so we can't just have people go on different platforms all the time. So when you create a listing on Amazon, it has to be discoverable through Amazon's A9. So the thing is, when you say, okay, so I'm going to sell a garlic press, so when you put garlic press in the title of the product, then what happens is that you train Amazon, okay, this is a garlic press and I'm gonna sell a garlic press on this one, so please make it discoverable for garlic press. Now you can have maybe for stainless steel garlic press. Okay, so that can be an issue as well. So like when you have long tail keywords, you can even have those long tail keywords and make it discoverable for those keywords, and then those keywords can, when customers can come in and search for those keywords, they can be easily admitted. And once those customers are able to discover your listing, then comes the visibility part, because when you have a listing on the 5th page of Amazon, you are not going to get any eyeballs at all, because people just buy from the top half of the page. They don't even go to the bottom of first page normally. So that is a major issue. And what happens is that you first, discoverability is the main thing, and then you have to make sure that you also have visibility on your listings. Visibility means eyeballs to your listing. And then if you are okay, and if you are able to get good copy and good images and tell a good story and sell the product in a good manner, then you will have conversion. So the first thing is discoverability, second is visibility, and then it comes to conversions as well. Okay, so this is what Amazon PPC is. What you do is you buy that visibility. So for example, back in the day, 5 years before this, once you have a listing, you put it out and you automatically get in front of people. So the visibility, so the discoverability was done because you have a good listing. Then the visibility part was very easy because there were less sellers and more buyers. Okay, we still have more buyers, but there's much more competition on the Amazon's first page. So visibility is going to come very difficult. Now what PPC does is, what Amazon does is, okay, I'm going to give you an option to buy visibility from me. So what Amazon did was, for example, this is a basic Amazon search page. What happens is I just search garden hose. This is the product. Now Amazon has given this space to sellers for some money. This is pay per click. If I click on this listing, some money would be charged from that seller's account. Okay, so Amazon has taken this first overall sponsored brand headline, and then Amazon has also given these 4 spots to the sponsored ads. So what happens is that PPC gets the best spots possible. Okay, this is the first page, top of the first page. So this is why PPC is much more important than the Pakistan industry was thinking about maybe like an year ago. We are doing much better on the PPC end now, but I think there is much more scope in this one. Okay, we are still on the very scarcity mindset. Okay, we're gonna spend $30 per day because we're gonna spend $50 per day, and when you have big people, big sellers coming in and spending $3,000 per day, then you can't compete then, and then you run and then you give away some products to get rankings and stuff like that, but that is not long term. And so we're gonna have to see how we can make it profitable, and then of course how we can get those rankings through PPC, and hopefully once we get the rankings, then we can also make profits as well. Okay, so yeah, just going back to the slides. So this is how you buy visibility from Amazon. So the more eyeballs on your listing, the more the sales. This is pretty much directly proportional. Let's just say your copy and your images are just good enough to have an average conversion rate. An average conversion rate means that's 9.8%, and what happens is that 1 out of 10 people who go to your listing convert as well. So that is a very let's just say average conversion rate. That is not decent as well, but we can at least imagine that if we have 10% conversion rate and we have 100 people coming in, that means 10 of them would buy each day. But if we can buy more visibility and have 200 people coming to our listing, that means we would have 20 orders on that specific day. So this is what PPC does. It buys visibility for you. The conversion part is based much more on listing. How much did you invest in your pictures? How much did you invest in your copy? That is very important. And if you have the skill to write good copy and good images that can tell a story, that is much better as well. Okay, so now this is the thing which is different on Amazon. Now for example, on any search engine, on Google, if I go and write fidget spinner, I was just reading to Zafa's post, so I have the example fidget spinner in my mind. If I go to Google and I write fidget spinner, I can be curious about what it does. I can be curious about what it is made of. For example, we just saw garden hose as well. So that is used to spray water in the garden. Now, if I go to Google and write garden hose, I may even be looking for a YouTube video which can help me learn how to use the garden hose, or maybe I can try to see, okay, which garden hose is the best, which material for garden hose is the best. I can be looking for anything in the world about garden hose. So, but on Amazon, people go to buy things. That is the main difference with Amazon and Google or any other search engine. Or of course we've got Walmart as well. So on any marketplace, people go to buy a product, so the buying intent is very high. That is the main thing with that is the difference between people on Google and using Google ads to drive traffic, and the difference between people on Amazon and using Amazon PPC to drive those high intent buyers directly to your listing. And once you have them on your listing, then it is your responsibility to convert those as well. Okay, so this is what the PPC process looks like. I'm going to explain this with a real example. So what happens is, I just went on Amazon and wrote garden hose. So once I went over there, now you can see this is a sponsored ad. These two listings, we don't have anything over there, but this is a sponsored ad. And now this is a sponsored ad. These are sponsored ads as well. So these are organic listings. Now this is a sponsored ad as well. So what happened was, I saw around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ads. Now all 7 of these got an impression. That means some person who searched garden hose, and these people were targeting garden hose as a keyword in their PPC, so they were able to get visibility. Now once I saw their listing, now I'm going to select one of them to go in and see if it is a good fit for me. So for example, if I just go in and click this one, now all these 7 ads got 1 impression each, but this one got a click as well. So now we've got impressions, we've got click on each one of them. Okay, so if when I have a click on this one, then this one is also having a session. So a session means a unique customer landed on this product. So me as a person, I landed on this product, so that means one person is over here. So now if I convert as well, let's say 10 people went to this listing by clicking on the ad, and then one of us actually bought the product as well. So now we've got, let's just go back to the presentation. Yep, so let's just say we have got 10,000 impressions. So on, let's say, 15-day period, we've got 10,000 impressions. That means 10,000 people searched, went to that page, saw their ads. So their ads were like just a listing with a sponsored written quite over there as well. Okay, so let's assume 1% of those impressions converted to clicks. Okay, click-through rate is equal to clicks divided by impressions. Assuming it is 1% only, so like 1% of those clicked on my listing. So that means I get 100 clicks as well. So now I got 100 people going to my listing. Now the conversion rate is dependent upon how good the listing is. Does it answer all the pain points? Does it answer all the concerns of the customer? Does it offer guarantee? Does it offer good customer service? Or was the EBC good enough to tell the story? Or were you able to have the customer see himself in while having the product and having a transformation in his or her life? That depends on that. But assuming 1 out of 10 people convert, so that means 10 people bought the product. This is all there is to PPC. Impressions, clicks, sold. Okay, this is all there is, nothing more, nothing less. We can have match types, we can have different types of campaigns, we can have different types of campaign types. We will study all of those in a different lecture. But what the thing is that impressions, clicks, units sold, orders that you have in your Amazon account through PPC, this is all there is. Okay, in any ad type. Now what we do is we bid on keywords. So for example, there is garden hose. I'm going to say, okay, Amazon, I sell this ASIN and I'm gonna give you $2 if you show my listing on the ads. Okay, so on those ads, those people bid, and then the one who win the bid gets an impression. Okay, this is the difference between impressions and clicks. You bid and then you win an impression. We will study it in much detail about how the bids is connected to impressions, but for the moment you target something in PPC. We will see how we will target it. Okay, you get impressions. Once you have impressions, then you have clicks, And once you have clicks and if you have a good copy, then you also have units sold as well. Okay, now impressions is number of views your ad got in the search result. I hope everyone is clear on this one. And let me just open the chat as well. Okay, I guess that's pretty much working on everyone's end. And let's just say I'll answer the questions at the end of the lecture. We're just going to the end of the lecture. Okay, so number of views you got in the search result, those are impressions. The number of times your ad was clicked is a click, and units sold is number of conversions that happened as a result of those clicks. So if I got 10,000 impressions, I got 100 clicks, and if I got 100 clicks and then I was able to get I was able to get 10 orders, that's a 10% conversion rate. So let's just say, for an example, your listing is a $50 product and you ran PPC, and each click is going to cost you. So for example, when I clicked on the listing for a garden hose, I cost that person some number of dollars. Okay, so let's assume for the moment one click is equal to $1. Okay, this one click is equal to $1, cost per click is equal to $1. Now assuming a conversion rate of 10%, so every 10th click led to a sale. So if I was able to get 10 clicks, and out of those 10 people who clicked on my listing, I was able to get one sale. This is how the math will look like. Okay, I spent $10 with a cost of click of 1 per click. Okay, this is 10 clicks. 10 clicks lead to $10 as ad spend. If I got one sale out of it, then my revenue or my sale is $50. Now this is an important thing: advertising cost of sales. This is spent divided by sales. So what it does is, okay, I spent $10, I got a sale of $50. How much of my sale was advertising cost of sales? Okay, so how much did I spend in advertising so that I got one sale? Okay, so this is spend divided by sales. This is 10 divided by 50, and this goes on to 20%. So I spent 20% of my margin of my product on PPC. This is how it goes. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so now let me just revise it. We buy visibility with the help of PPC. This can be visibility on any space. Okay, we can have visibility on the Google top result, we can have visibility on Facebook ads, we can have visibility on Amazon ads. Now why do we choose Amazon ads as the first thing to do? Because Amazon the customers have the highest buying intent. That is the main difference between that. Discoverability and visibility. Let me just summarize these things and then I will answer. Okay, so once you bid on the keyword, you get impressions. We just showed you how an impression works. Once you have impressions, then you have clicks. How to get more clicks out of those impressions, we will talk about that later on. This is not the topic. You get impressions, then you get clicks, and once you have clicks, then you also go on and see how you get conversions. So the CTR is based on the placement. If you have the top of search placement, which we just showed you, that it has a higher CTR. The lower CTR is often caused by product page placement because you have a lot of options over there, so you have a lower CTR, and there are some other things which you can improve on your listing to get a higher CTR as well. Okay, so that's that. And then visibility and discoverability. So discoverability is by Amazon's A9. So if you put garlic press in there, that means you are making it discoverable for garlic press. If you put stainless steel garlic press, then you are making it discoverable for stainless steel garlic press. This is discoverability. But if you are on the 10th page of Amazon and nobody is going to take a look at it, then you have no visibility. So you often have to pay Amazon to get you visibility. That is how discoverability and visibility are concerned. Can you please explain the conversion rate with an example? I'm having a hard time understanding with a simple definition. Okay, let me just do that. Yes, so we have this listing, right? I hope I can make it clear. We have this listing. Let's say 100 people came to this listing. Now out of those 100, 10 of them bought the product. So 10% is your conversion rate. This is the same thing. Let's say you have a shop in any market. Okay, I can talk in Urdu as well. Let me just explain this one. So let's say आपकी दुकान है किसी मार्केट में, और आपकी दुकान के अंदर लेट्स से आप जो है ये आप गैजेट्स बेचते हैं, आप हेडफोन्स बेचते हैं, ठीक है. लेट्स से 100 बंदा आपकी दुकान में आ गया और उसमें से आधे लोग कन्वर्ट हो गए, आपको 50 हेडफोन आपके बिक गए. तो दैट मीन्स 50 डिवाइडेड बाय 100 is your conversion rate. So that means 50% people converted. Now for Amazon the average conversion rate is 10%. So like for every 100 clicks, for every 100 people coming to your listing, 10 of them convert. This is conversion rate. But if 10,000 impressions and 100 of clicks but no conversion, listing is already optimized. If you do not have conversion and if you have the right eyeballs, we will talk about it later on. So for example, if you are selling, let's just say if you are selling a mouse, a computer mouse, and you have people who are searching for headphones come to your listing, they will not convert. So now if you have people coming in who are looking for a computer mouse and you are selling a computer mouse and they are not converting, that means listing is not optimized. Listing is not optimized for their intent. Listing is, maybe you have a higher price, so the thing is you are not giving them enough value and the listing is not good enough to convert. This this is pretty much the issue with conversion rate. So for example, let's say if everyone is selling in at $10 and you are selling at $50, or let's say $15 as well, 15 $15, even then you may not convert because you are not giving a competitive offer to the customers. Okay, how many and which campaigns to run if we have only one ASIN as competitor and it's a new product on Amazon? You can try to find keywords which describe the solution of your product, and you can sell your new product to that solution, to those keywords. I don't recommend ASIN targeting in the start. I only recommend it in once you have good relevancy, but this is an advanced topic and I'm not trying to cover that in this lecture. How will we make our budget in advance with 10% conversion rate if the client asks for a PPC budget in advance? Yeah, so I do have a template for PPC budget. Hopefully once we have the session for PPC budget estimation, then we can also come in and say, okay, let's make that budget as well. It's very easy to make the PPC budget, but let's go step by step and then we can go on. Okay, what is the best conversion rate you have seen on an Amazon listing? I've seen more than 100% as well. So I've worked with, let's just say 50%, and I've seen more than 100% as well. So you can get insane conversion rates. Okay, 50% conversion rate is normal for big sellers. Okay, if you're the number one seller in the niche, I'm currently working with 46% on one listing right now. So conversion rate can go very high. 10% is just the average. CTR also depends on hero image. Yeah, of course, we can discuss this later on, of course. PPC reporting is going to be covered, but it is in the later stages because this is not a starting topic. Okay, how can we calculate the bidding cost while choosing the product for our launch? You can go to campaign manager and you can try to add that keyword and see what is the recommended bid on that keyword. The cost per click is going to be close to that. That is an estimate, but still. Okay, let's okay, how to increase visibility. If you can run PPC, that is one way of doing it. The lowering down of CPC is not possible because you can go for cheaper placement, you can go for cheaper keywords, but CPC is determined by the competition. Okay, we're gonna have to study a CPC in a very we have a graph for that. This is the same graph as any other product life cycle, but this is going to be covered in a later session. Is it wise to use other language keywords on backend? Yes, it is wise if those are relevant. Okay, how much it costs matter in terms of good or bad PPC. If it is profitable, then it is better. Okay, you have to be profitable with your PPC, otherwise it's just being money being lost. We're gonna have the session end on 4:35, and then we can see how it goes. Okay, what factor we need to look in clients listing before starting PPC? There is a concept called retail readiness, retail ready listings. You can just search for that. Okay, you speak so fast. I'm really sorry about that. That is natural to me. So I can try to speak slowly. So less time. So less time is because one, it's very hard to find time, and two, because I don't want this to be 2 hour lectures for something that is being covered in 15 minutes. Okay, I respect everyone's time. Okay, hopefully we can. Yeah, let's just have a few more questions. Different placements mean PDP or ROS. Yes, those are two of the placements that you have for sponsored product campaigns. Overall good, but why so? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. How to estimate the CPC? I already answered the question. And suggested bit of exact match. Yes, you go to the exact match if you have a suggested bit over there. If not, try to go for phrase match. Okay, do we only look CPC of the main keyword only? Why would you do that? Go look for every keyword CPC or estimated CPC. Hopefully, like I already asked in EO how to do keyword research of unique product invention. You told that I should target the solution it's providing, but I'm still unable to do so. At start A cost for 65. I lowered it to 47%. Yes, I did answer your question, but at the end of the day, the thing is, when you have a new product, new invention, then you have to convince the buyer to to convince. Okay, for example, let's say खांसी का जो है वो शरबत हुआ करता है नॉर्मली. लेट्स से देयर इज अ पिल इन द मार्केट जो कि कहती है कि मैं खांसी का इलाज करती हूँ. ठीक है, अब वो जो पिल है, आई विल बी वेरी स्केप्टिकल टू सी इफ इट इज इवन पॉसिबल. So that is why you have to convince the buyer. So either your listing has to be out of the world to answer every pain point in the world, and then, or sometimes Amazon PPC is not good enough and you have to go for other external traffic sources as well. Okay, it's knowledgeable session. This is a myth in the market, low price product. It is very hard to go for PPC in low price product. This is not a myth. Let's just say if your profit margin is only let's just say if your profit margin is only, let's say, $5 and your CPC is $2, you will probably not be profitable with PPC. So that is I'm planning for a session on this one, because you're gonna have to see the customer's lifetime value, and with Amazon PPC you cannot retarget a customer. So that is why the lifetime value concept is not available in Amazon PPC, and yes, that is not good enough. Okay, I joined at the end. Will it be recorded? Yes, it will be recorded, hopefully. Should we run direct exchange campaigns from research, or do we extract keywords first from auto and then on manual? It depends on what you are going for. So normally if you are going for a very specific launch, then you go for a direct exact match. If you are going to be finding new keywords, if you have the keyword research done right, then you normally do not have to find the new keywords. You can have auto campaigns, but at a later stage. So that is why I normally recommend exact match for my clients, because when we do keyword research, we do not leave any stone unturned. So we have all the keywords available on our hand. That is why we can afford to not have the auto. That is the answer to that one. We'll request a session on keyword research too, especially in the reverse market lookup method. We do not follow that method, so I do not even follow that. I am sorry for that. I follow a different method, which is taught by Rizwan Zafar. but I cannot do a session on that one because that is not in the plan. Hopefully once we cover PPC, then we can see if how we can do a session on keyword research as well. This is going to be the last question. Global keyword research, please. uh, I'm gonna answer this on this one. सब बता दूं अभी से ही. तो इंशाल्लाह step by step, let's just go step by step and then we can hopefully global keyword research टाइम मार्केट में बहुत कम लोग कर रहे हैं, and all the keyword research जो कि हो रही है इस टाइम मार्केट में वो global keyword research नहीं है. तो hopefully we can have a session on global keyword research after we are done with PPC. How do you currently optimize bids for keywords with few clicks, less than 10 clicks? We have a very complex structure with a few ifs and else ifs in there, but we can have a session on that one. Okay, this is not out of the box question. How to de-index keywords? Just remove everything from your listing. There you go. But keyword research is the first step, and then PPC. I understand that, but I'm not at liberty to follow that. I can maybe do a keyword research of basic nature, so we can at least start PPC. That is discussable. Global keyword research, it requires a lot of time, and that time is not available at the moment. Next PPC master? No, I'm not the next PPC master. Hopefully, I can be a good learner, and hopefully, I can help people learn as well. So, can we expect the next session? I will announce regarding the session. Hopefully, we will have it next week, and then we can go and learn PPC on a bit further level. Okay. Address the benefits of reverse market. Reverse market lookup. We will discuss that later on. This is not the topic right now. Okay. Hopefully, you guys had good value from this one. I'm going to stop the session now, and then hopefully we can have the next session next week. Okay, and then we can also speed it up a little bit. Okay. Everyone have a good time and take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.